Recently, South Korea has seen some of the biggest headlines in global aviation, highlighted by the merger of the country's two biggest airlines, Korean Air and Asiana, and the tragic crash of Jeju Air Flight 7C2216. This video will not be covering those stories, but rather the developments about an airline launched amid the COVID-19 pandemic, which has grown its operations to serve long-haul flights from South Korea. That airline is Air Premia, which recently revealed its expansion plans as it welcomed its sixth aircraft. For those who are not familiar, Air Premia is an airline based in South Korea that operates with a business model that describes itself as a hybrid service carrier. In short, somewhere between a full-service and a low-cost airline. Since launching its operations in 2021, the South Korean hybrid airline currently operates flights to 5 destinations using 6 Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner aircraft. From its main hub at Seoul Incheon Airport, Air Premia operates flights to Tokyo Narita and Bangkok Suvarnabhumi, along with 3 cities in the US mainland, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Newark. In addition, the airline has operated flights to other cities, along with charter and scheduled flights to destinations in Europe including Barcelona and Frankfurt. Since its first flight, the airline has served over 1 million passengers. That milestone reached in March 2024. Recently, in December of 2024, Air Premia welcomed its 6th Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner, the first aircraft to join its fleet in over 18 months, with the last 787 delivery back in September 2022. As it welcomed that aircraft, Air Premia laid out its plans for expansion in 2025. This year, Air Premia plans to add 3 more aircraft and 4 destinations to its network. In early 2025, the airline plans to launch flights to Hong Kong and Da Nang, which, as of the recording of this video, it seems that the flights are now on sale on its website. The launch of the flights to Hong Kong and Da Nang will then be followed by flights to 2 cities in the US, Honolulu and Seattle. By the end of the year, Air Premia expects to have 9 787-9s on its fleet. Speaking on the fleet expansion and Air Premia's business, Seon-Shin Park, Air Premia's head of public relations, was quoted saying, "Fleet expansion is crucial for growth in the aviation industry." Park added, "We are developing a balanced route portfolio to enhance both customer convenience and profitability." Air Premia's expansion plans comes as South Korea's aviation landscape has changed drastically following the pandemic, with the biggest change being the completion of the merger of Korean Air and Asiana. In terms of air passenger traffic, South Korea is close to its pre-pandemic levels, with around 120 million passengers in 2024. Of that, a majority 89 million flew on international flights, a market that Air Premia has focused on since its launch. Going forward with the Korean Air Asiana merger, there could be some opportunities as the merged airlines could be realigning their flight schedules to major destinations. This could open up flight slots for Air Premia to the announced destinations or places that the airline plans to go beyond 2025. The additional aircraft will address some of the difficulties that the airline has faced on its long-haul operations previously. An example of this would be going to Frankfurt, which Air Premia did serve briefly during a 6-month period in 2023. When the route was suspended in a Yonhap report, the move was pre-planned with the launch of services to Honolulu, which itself was a limited service. In short, Air Premia had been held back by its own fleet limitations, and now with the 3 additional 787s, it could improve the situation. After a 2-year period of not taking any new aircraft, Air Premia is now looking to add more to boost its network and services in 2025 and beyond. Thanks for watching. I definitely hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Flights in Asia, highlighting the news and updates from the aviation and travel scene in the Asia Pacific. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.